Yeah, you guys dress y'all dress really well. So I get it, man. Everybody, I haven't seen anybody dress poorly yet. It's good. Look at this guy. He's got his outfit on. He looks fucking great.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we started touring before we even released a real album, but Europe just took us in, and we've had this connection with Europe ever since. And the rollout's been decent. This is our first major rollout.
A little bit different. I would say like King Cobra was like me and him listening to a bunch of music, having fun, listening to beats, figuring out what songs we wanted to make records out of, deciding what we want to talk about. This process was a lot more strenuous, more fractured, just because of like personal stuff that was going on in our lives mainly. So it was less us in the same vicinity and kind of him doing his own thing with the solo records, me writing to his stuff, and then kind of coming together to record my parts, and then him kind of doing his own thing in the studio. So like definitely a more solitary process, at least for me on this one, as opposed to King Cobra, which was a lot more, it's me and Tariq are hanging out, and we're kind of doing an album. And this is like, hey, we got an album to do. There's a lot of other shit going on, but we got to make sure that we're all right for this too.
Well, when me and Brian hang out, we get in trouble. So we had to sort of limit our hanging out to just recording. And we also had a lot of tumultuous shit happen in our lives. It was a very difficult process. I had to hire some people and work with different musicians. It's a very big album. I used several different computers. My files went missing, blah, 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 blah. Otherwise, I guess it paid off.
Yeah, we came out on the other side of it pretty good. So.
Well, I wouldn't say pretty good, but we came out.
We came out.
I don't want to have a normal job. I can't keep it. I can't hold on to other jobs, nor meaningful relationships. So it's all I can do.
It's all we can do. It's the only thing I do well. So I just have no choice but to make music. You know what I mean?
It's not like this passion.
It's just what I do. Yeah, I wouldn't say no label. We weren't even working. We linked up with Phantom Limb to kind of push this album and roll it out more so towards the end of this process, as opposed to the beginning of it. So no, there was no pressure from that end or any external forces. It was just something we had to do.
When I was younger, and he would agree, we used to have this passion for just creating for the sake of creating. But now I think I've found my passion in different arts. Well, we were very angry. Whether or not I have to be pragmatic about it, I'm still not going to put out something that I'm dishonest about. We don't have any mom and dads in the industry, and we don't have any this or that. We don't have any friends who are famous, any of that. So we really had to we always have to make stellar stuff. I mean, I'm not tooting my own horn, but we really have to stand out.
Even taking being pragmatic into account, in order to write anything, I have to tap into something internal. I know a lot of the stuff I say is considered, I don't know, like shock rap, or it's like I haven't heard it before. I don't agree with that. It's literally how I think and how I talk. So it is a process where I'm just tapping my internal stuff. The bullshit I feel on a daily basis, addictions, vices, external pressures from not really the music industry, but just life in general. You said economic anxiety. I have a son who just turned 5 years old. So thinking about the world that he's inheriting is a very stressful thing. Looking back on my own mistakes and F-ups in life can be a little draining, but that's what I tap in order to write anything. It's draining, but it's also a release valve. It's also a release. It's also therapeutic and cathartic in a way too. So it's this mishmash of stuff, and I think that's why the stuff comes out so emotional, because it's so much boiling at one time, and it's kind of vomits on the microphone a little bit.
I never understood why people thought it was shock rap. I also nobody heard Eminem in 2000, and he's the mildest compared to other rappers, Cage, Brother Lynch Hung. So when I hear that, I'm like, what? You find this shocking? You're soft. Yeah, you have to be really soft Your life must be very nice.
I mean, as long as it comes off genuine, that's all I can ask for. I'm hoping that's how it comes off.
Well, it's there isn't really. I wish I had a better answer, but I just like music. That's it. I listen to music 24/7, all kinds. I don't. I hate pop music though. That I can't. That's the one thing I don't like. But I'm always. Ever since I was a kid, I've just always been looking for music. If I wasn't talking to you right now, or if I was alone, I'd be listening to music. And I think people would get bored listening to the same. Most people get bored listening to the same genre. So I feel bored making just the same genre. Does that make sense? I didn't realize it that I was making so many different genres until people were like, "Oh, that's your thing." I just like making what I like to make. I've been writing a book. Yeah, it's long. I don't know what compelled me to do it, but I feel though writing this book felt like when I was making music when I was younger. But you know, I obsess over things a lot, and I push it. And I don't want to say I get good at it, but like I get to a point where I can commodify it, and by the time I commodify it, I hate it.
Musically, at least, it's just forward thinking. They want new stuff. They want the visceral energy of being on the cusp of something. They want to be introduced to something. They want like to have their faces melted off by a group they've never heard before. In the United States, you got to be told to like something. You know what I mean? Like these gatekeepers have to open the gate and tell you, well, this is hot, so now listen to this. As opposed to here, you get people that have never heard our music will come walk into a venue and just be like, yo, we're rocking out. And you convert people in that way. So it's just an open-mindedness towards creativity, particularly with music in Europe, that just suits us, I think.